Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Wednesday night. So you already know what that means. One, two, three. The heavy hitters is live in your city. I'm your host, K Styles, aka the Sixth Man. Right above me, you know him as the Senator, Mad
No, hell,
Mike
we don't.
Sports.
I sit up there talking about you and I sound alike. I'm like, no, hell, we don't. That's the
Wait,
first time
wait,
I ever heard that.
what happened?
My sister said you and I sound alike.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? No, hell, we don't.
That's bullshit. Tell Senator say what's up.
I'm like, what the world? No, we don't. But
Yeah,
we all good. It's all good.
there's that. That's all good. Like I said, man. Right beside me to the screen left of me, we have the minister, Jew Talk Sports in the building.
Good evening, people, fellas.
What's happening? What's happening? Jew
Feeling
doing a
good,
little,
feeling good.
Jew doing a little babysitting right now. So baby girl is in the arms.
Well, she will be in a minute. That's all right. She gonna join the show tonight.
Oh yeah, exactly. And right above him, you know him, you know him as the Summer Hill Nightmare. We got the Don in the building.
5 fresh gold chain.
Oh my god.
I actually got a video for that. I, think- I actually got a good Christmas video for that. But like you said, because of that song, we can't play it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I could just sing it.
Yeah, you can sing it, but like I said, when we get off the air, I'm gonna give you the Christmas video that go with that. Well, like I said, man, we got a good episode here with the Heavy Hitters Live. If you're new to the channel, you make sure you go ahead and hit all of the buttons. But before we get started on it, we're going to give a shout out to the people that's in the chat already. And that is what we call the what?
Roll call. Wow.
The real roll call. The roll call. And today's roll call, we're going to kick it off. We got Silk Legacy in the building. We got Andrew G. We got Bobby Boy Zone 3. Got my sister in the building. Sonia in the building.
Oh, yeah.
We got Ski Yay.
Yay.
Got my girl Diamond in here. What's going on? We got Terry Lloyd. We got MVM 1978. And we got BP in the building. And like I said, we got 33 that's in here watching right now. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscription or the Heavy Hitters Live. As you see the prompter that's scrolling right below your screen. So, fellas, how we doing this evening? What's going on with y'all?
I'm good. I'm good. Oh yeah.
Feeling good, man. Blessed.
All right, bless.
I just look. It's let's get to the show. I'm sick of this. Look, it's gonna be a show tonight, y'all.
Oh Lord, but since you sick of this, that means you have earned the opportunity, sir, to go ahead kick us off about what the hell are you sick about?
Am I a prisoner?
You said what?
Am I a prisoner?
Mm,
I don't think so.
We win games that we don't supposed to win, and we lose games that we don't supposed to lose. Right? I don't know what's gonna happen with this game. I really think we may win against Seattle. I don't know. If we do, man, I'm gonna be happy we won, but I'm gonna be like, this team is so inconsistent. We're so inconsistent at everything. Like, we're consistent at being inconsistent.
Oh Lord.
That's what we are. We're very good at being inconsistent.
And the crazy part about it is that's exactly what the whole theme of the season has been so far. So, like I said, I think everybody up here on the panel pretty much agree with you.
I mean, like, it's just in the stuff they say in these press conferences, man. Like, so they sitting up here saying that Raheem talking about, well, our job is to entertain y'all. No, it's not. So losing like we've been doing is a joke. You pretty much saying that it's entertaining for us to lose. I'm trying to make sense of this shit.
Throwing to a goddamn David Seals ain't no damn entertaining, okay?
I'm trying to make sense of it.
Excuse me, baby girl. I'm sorry, but that ain't funny.
I got my earpiece in, so you good.
Okay, good God Almighty. Bro, don't tell me your job to us is to entertain. No, it's not. We already entertained because we're fans of the game. We don't give a damn about no Raheem or no Bijan. Just run the damn ball. Talking about it's your job to entertain us. No, it's not. It's your job to play the game. It's your job to coach, not entertain us.
It's your job to win. That's what we want to see you do.
Yeah, I don't
Win.
care about
You
what you
get paid to win games. You get paid to win games. At the end of the day, I don't care. Like I said, I don't watch football for entertainment. Because if I did that, then I wouldn't have a team. I would just turn on the game and just watch random games. I wouldn't root for a certain team.
right.
I want you guys to win. It's like, dude, at this point, this team, man. At this point, I'm not
That's
even
like,
listening to what.
this dude just needs to shut up. I
Yeah,
know.
whatever he say, he can't win at this point. So my thing is, just go out there and win games. Like it's at this point, I feel like whatever Raheem Morris says or anybody says, these players say, it's not really about what they say. It's about what you do. Like I said, I can see a lot better than I can hear. So show us. We just want to win. That's all we want. We don't care about being entertained because to most people, all of these games have been entertaining because guess what? Every game is coming down to the wire. But I prefer my team to blow a team out than every game come down to a gut wrenching. Oh boy, it's a seesaw. I don't like games that seesaw back and forth. That's just me personally, guys. I'd rather just blow a team out and I can change the channel if I want to and cut back. I don't like the game when it's every game is down to the wire. Every game is going to come down to the last seconds. And that's pretty much been a lot of these games this season. So, man, like you said, your job is to win games. If you want to remain a head coach in the NFL, just win games. That winning cures all.
We are here to entertain while being 4-8. Yeah, Mike. I think this dude just they need to just pull the plug on his mic. He just need to be up there doing sign language so nobody can hear stuff.
Shut up, man.
I want a weapon.
Go ahead, Don.
No, I'm saying I want a full wheelbarrow of stones rolled right against his nose.
Oh Lord.
I'm right there with you. I'll be your tag team partner.
Look, if that's true and that's a quote that is said,
I couldn't watch the press conference. I'm that disgruntled. I'm gonna say disgruntled. I'm just I just don't want to hear him talk. Like, bro, just stop talking. All right, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say no more. Like, I don't care.
The thing about it is, like Drew said, if you want to entertain the people, if you want to entertain the Falcon fans, you got to put the W. Like I said, y'all got to come up with the W's. The W's is what's going to keep fans in the stands. The L's is what's going to what's turning people off right now. And like I said, the thing about it is with the L's is if you're a bad football team, the main thing that a football fan is going to be looking for is this team hanging on in these games despite the lack of talent. Like you said, when I hear that term about entertaining the fans, that's kind of like that's like a default response on trying to say that that's trying to deflect from the fact that this team is underachieving. And I'm gonna have to, like you said, I'm gonna have to go back and reiterate on that press conference too, so I can get the full context of what I just heard. But if that is one of the quotes that is said, yeah, this is not going to be a good week at all. Somebody already asked him, is he's going to get fired this week? No, Raheem Boys is not getting fired in the middle of the week. That's too much. That would be too easy for him.
And I want to address because I know look, I don't feel like talking about that dude. So we're gonna address the idea of people saying because it's a few people that came out and said, "Well, Arthur said he's not going to fight it. He's not going to fire anybody right now." I mean, he typically does it unless it's one of those situations where guys are, like it's bad. They typically don't. They typically don't fire guys. That's typically what he does do. But he never said that he wasn't firing them. And I hear guys like Mark Zeno. Look, if y'all taking Mark Zeno word for it, like y'all more gullible than anything. Ain't nothing legit about Mark Zeno except for where he works at. Okay, he's not a source. Stop listening to people who aren't sources. Nobody is reporting that he's going to come back. Nobody's reporting that he's going to stay. These people are getting a personal opinion. We don't know what Mr. Blank does. For all we know, he up here talking to Bill Parcells, the late great John Madden, trying to bring him back from the afterworld. All right, like we don't know what he's doing. So stop listening to these people that pretend to go, because these same people were saying that they was hearing that it was legit about your boy who coming back to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns now, and who that is, K-Style?
Deshaun Watson.
Everybody said he was going to be the quarterback for them, and it never happened. So stop listening to these people. Don't know. These people don't have a clue to what they're saying. Listen to what Frank is saying.
Somebody said Louis Riddick was going to be the next Falcons GM.
Like all of them say this type of stuff. Stop listening to these people. Like Louis Riddick was going to be the guy, and all. Like we had D-Led talking about he had sources, and like these people don't know what they talking about. We just gotta listen to what Mr. Blank said.
That's it.
Don't take these people seriously. A lot of them are not as close as they think they are. So it is possible that he'll come back. I've stated it, Jude stated it, like it's a possibility.
I even said it because he can always say we got too many injuries, and they can probably give him that excuse.
And we don't know what these guys are thinking at the end of the day. Like I did not see Matt Ryan being traded. A lot of us didn't see Matt Ryan being traded, but guess what? It happened.
Oh,
He ain't playing
yeah.
for that.
Let me see. Saw a couple comments in here. Tony Hall already asking me, does he qualify for the Powder Toast Award?
Hell no, he's burnt
Uh,
toast. Okay,
uh, we done called him Ugandan Knuckles. That's worse. There's a fucking song that go with that. There's a song that go with it, so he get the Ugandan Knuckles Award. That's what he gonna get. And we got plenty of time for that. Let's see. Southside here said if we getting blown and the stadium is empty to start the game, I could see Raheem getting fired.
it's already that is already the thing is
The Seahawks. That's gonna be it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no Phoenix.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's already the thing is these are the things that Mr. Blank keeps in consideration because he's a businessman first before he's a football.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things that you think about. So if like I said, he has to do something drastic. There has to be change. You have to bring someone in that's gonna garner the respect of the fans and the media. Even if you bring Raheem, that's what I said to begin with. You have to bring in somebody that's going to garner respect from the media and the fans. You can't just say, "Yeah, we lost and we lost in dramatic fashion." Now we're gonna bring Raheem back. It's like, bro, you got a better team. You got more weapons, and somehow you suck.
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna sell that to your fans and say, "Yeah, come buy our product"? Like you can't sell that to the fans. You can't sell bull crap to the fans.
Right.
So he's going to have to do something drastic, whether it's fire Raheem or not, or bring somebody in. That's going to happen. So these are the things I'm talking about. It's like let me ask everybody a question here.
What's that? What's
Is
that?
there anybody in college or the NFL right now, as far as a coach, that you would take over Raheem Morris?
There's a lot of people I can tell you right now.
Shit. And we go to Atlanta Metropolitan and goddamn find a coach. In this case, right now, like I said, like you said, shoot, I don't care. The thing, like you said, the thing is, if you're coming out here and you're saying these quotes, and like I said, this is really where Raheem Morris is really getting chewed out by a lot of people is these little stupid ass quips that he be saying in these press conferences. And it's contradiction. It be a contradiction to what the situation is. So it's like somebody said in this chat right now, it's almost like you keep saying shit, grasping at straws, and trying to avoid the fact that you're underachieving, bruh. This team is underachieving.
You talking
So
about
I'm gonna
crap?
say this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, fellas. When he asked the question, is there any other coach out there that I think could do a better job? I do think that there's better coaches out there, but I just sat back and thought about it today. Like, I really feel like the Falcons kind of blew it with the last coaching hire because I'm looking at all of these other coaches that we interviewed is having more success than the Falcons. Like, you let Vrabel go back to New England. If he had to choose between the Falcons and New England, I think he goes back to New England because we know he won, championships there. That's his roots. Okay, I can see that. How do you let Jim Harbaugh, we know that we are a running team, how do you let Jim Harbaugh, hard-nosed type coach, get out of the door without you offering him the job? How do you let a Ben Johnson walk out the door, you know, over and pick Raheem over these guys? Because if they let the Falcons tell it to us, they interviewed all of these guys for the position, and I just felt like it was a lot more coaches out there that was more qualified than him. So I really feel like we blew it because this last go round, I felt like it was a lot better candidates than there is now. And what I'm kind of afraid of is the Falcons trying to bring somebody else in, but it's like a hot name that's only had like success over one season or something like that. I need somebody that's going to show me that they have a track record of winning. And I
They
feel
done
like
already
Vrabel,
did that, too. They have
yeah,
already done that. So it's the thing is, what you afraid of, we've already done that.
right. Yeah, I agree with you. Like we did it with Arthur Smith. I'm just like, I want whoever we bring in next, I just want it to be
Jim
somebody that
Mora,
has a,
we've done that before. This is Falcons
yeah,
did it with Jim Mora. They did it with. So the thing is,
yeah,
it's not a when we brought those guys in. The one guy that was always there is Rich McKay, standing right next to Blank, and
yeah,
that's the conversation that I had the other day. It's like the thing is, when we don't bring in guys, we don't bring in guys, we don't give guys who've had success shots. And for
and
me,
that's my problem.
I don't and the reason why I'm about to say this because that's not something that Mr. Blank even does. Because if you
Yeah,
look how he run his business, look, all he got 3 business partners when he was with Home Depot. 3 guys that are actually been there and they've done that. They've had success. So if you just look at his traits and how he runs business, getting guys that actually do and has done it, he hires those guys. So that's not even an Arthur Blank trait. But we
yeah,
know if you look at the history of one Rich McKay going back to Tampa, he was the one that was driving the boat to bring your boy in. Raheem
yeah,
Morris. He was there. So that like
yeah. I'm
I'm
talking
not
about his
afraid of
head.
that. My fear in this, it's not even fear. It ain't even fear at this moment.
I'm gonna say
Because we
this.
done already seen stupid from this organization. My thing
I
is
want
just wake up.
to.
Listen to listen. Look, it's not right. You can't pretend. Like the thing is, Jude, we look. If you're a man of faith, even if you're not, you know when you need help. Everybody know when they need help, bro. I'm not feeling myself, man. I really need your help right now, Lord. I need your help. Like whoever, whatever. I need your help. You can't pretend like we don't need help. We look sad out here, bro. How you gonna lie to the fans in the media and say, man, despite what we saw this year, I believe that Raheem is the guy. You can't even lie your way out of this.
Mhm.
This is why it's so dangerous for Mr. Blank to say, all right, Raheem is the man that we believe in. After we just saw? How you gonna lie to us and say he's the guy after what we saw this year? So I think he's in serious danger of losing the trust. And I know people's like, yeah, man, it's already, but he's in serious danger of losing the trust of not only the fans but the players because you keep saying that you want to do what's best for the fans and the city, but when the city when the city is looking at a complete failure, this dude is a complete failure, and he always has been. I hate to say that, but that's what he is. He's never succeeded at anything. He's been a grave loser ever since he had his first shot. You can't lie. This is the thing. Bringing back Raheem, and he have complete control. Is saying to the fans, we don't care. We want our guy. Period. And he's in grave danger of losing the trust of the organization of the fans. And I think that's the thing. It's the fans that he got. You can't keep telling people. You can't keep telling fans we gonna win. We gonna win. We gonna win. And you keep bringing and hiring losers. They're gonna stop believing in it.
I do
It
want to
ain't
point
even
something
about
out.
football right now. It's not even about. And I hear people saying, "Man, you just hiring guys at the fire." I said, "Look, what's best? Keeping the guy you know ain't good enough, wasting your players' careers, or bringing somebody in here that actually knows what the hell they're doing."
And that's what
What's
I was
work?
trying to piggyback on what you were saying, Mike. Like when you were saying, like I really don't know, like who's out there that we can get like right now. If I'm speaking from an offensive standpoint because that's what I want. I've been hearing Clint Kubiak, but who's some guys out there? I've heard John Gruden's name thrown around, but what I'm saying is I want somebody that's proven personally because
Yes.
I don't want another first time like a Arthur Smith, like they've never been a head coach, but we think they can figure it out unless they got a track record like a Ben Johnson, where I've seen like they've had a track record of having high-powered offenses, and I know they can show me their scheme is successful. But if you can't show me a blueprint, like I said it during the post-game show Sunday, if you can't show me a blueprint that you've won consistently and you stick to an identity, I'm not just throwing something at the wall and hoping that it sticks. That's just me personally. You got to
Yes.
show me that you won something. Like you said, you won something, you done something. At least I know with Jim Harbaugh, everywhere he goes, I know what I'm getting.
Yep.
Variable, you know what you're getting. You might think that they're buttholes or whatever, but you know what you're going to get. Sean Payton, you know what you're getting. John Gruden, you know what you're getting. You see what I'm saying? I
Yep.
want somebody that I know what I'm getting. I don't want a chameleon where I'm like, I don't really know what this dude is. You know what I'm saying? That's our
But
problem.
I kind of figure, and we'll talk about some coaching candidacies probably down because right now we don't know
In
yet.
a couple of
We
weeks, we'll
don't
probably give us two.
we don't know yet. But what I'm gonna say is because I tried to say this earlier. Um, the one thing I didn't like about the Rich McKay hire back in '02, and a lot of people was like, oh, "This is good for us." Tampa Bay just won a Super Bowl not so long ago. I'm like, this man, I'm telling y'all, I don't like this dude. This is the same dude that fucking fired
Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy. But also, people forget too, he was also responsible of firing Sam White. Y'all
Yep.
remember Sam White?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dude that won, he went to the Super Bowl with the Bengals back in the '80s. He was the head coach of the Bengals with Boomer
Yep.
Esiason and Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, fired him on live TV.
Oh wow.
They tried to bring in Jimmy Johnson, and
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, yeah, and that's when I'm like, I didn't trust him. And the first thing he did when he came here, he fired Dan Reeves. That's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm to the point right now. It's just like, look, we don't have a track record of hiring somebody who's proven themselves over years, not just 1 year. The Jim Moore Juniors, the Bobby Petrinos, the Mike Smiths, the Dan Quinns, the Arthur Smiths, Dan Raheem Moore. It's like all these. If you look at the pattern, these guys probably had one good year as a coordinator, and we hired them. And I get it. There's a lot of head coaches who got jobs because of a year or two of them being successful. But you also got to look down the road of what players they develop as a position coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like whose coaching tree they under. Like you look at Pete Carroll's coaching tree, it don't look good right now. Even with Lane Kiffin right now, like yeah, he's going to LSU. I don't think if LSU win the national championship with Lane Kiffin, okay, so be it. But this dude is not trustworthy.
And remember, he came in as the general manager in 2003, so he was
Yeah,
there
he
doing
fired
a
Dan
big year.
Reeves. He fired Dan Reeves. That's the first thing he did. He fired Dan Reeves
He
after
got,
that
he
'03
got,
season.
he fired Dan Reeves because he knew Dan Reeves was the one that was the general manager and he was running the team.
Mm-hmm.
He never wants anybody. He never wants anybody bring anybody who wants power.
And I'm like, okay, you fired Dan Reeves. We had Wade Phillips on the team. You didn't even want to hire him as a head coach. I'm like, man, this dude dumb.
So pretty much just saying that the idea is to bring in coaches that's not going to
That's
challenge.
hungry. Yeah, they're hungry for opportunity. They'll do any people like who want an opportunity. They'll do anything and take any position
Mm-hmm.
because they just want to. They just excited to be in the building.
They just want a job, or they just you know, oh well, this might be our only shot, but I'm gonna make the bet. This might be my only shot, but I know this team. I know I can. My expectation of this team ain't really got to be high,
Mm-hmm.
but because they feel like the expectations from the front office is not high.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you keep hiring the guys that you hire.
Yeah. But like I said, like I said, we gonna move on from that particular conversation because it's actually a lot of talking points that we don't realize what we were just talking about. Like you said, we could literally save that. We could literally save that for future shows, actually. But we're gonna get right into this preview. Um, Falcons, Seahawks. We already know the records. We already know the Falcons are at least a 5, 6 point underdog going into this game against Seattle. Gonna be at the Benz with this one. What's y'all take on this matchup?
The more physical team will win this game. That's what I'm gonna say. Go look at last year when we played Seattle, and I believe we was at home in that game. They got some dogs up front. Byron Murphy out of Texas, Williams, I believe his name's Leonard Williams. That was the former New York Giant. They got
Mm-hmm.
some physical guys up front. We know that Coach McDonald, is a defensive minded coach. So expect those guys to get active on the defensive side of the ball. They got some really good players on the defensive side of the ball. Weatherspoon at the cornerback position, Woolen at the cornerback position. I mean, Seattle's one of those teams, man. It's gonna be a physical game. Like their bread is buttered on their defense. Sam Darnold, this should be a revenge game for us because with the Vikings last year, he torched us. That was the infamous everybody talking about the Alford game when he turned around, and so this is our opportunity to get some get back. Even though he's not on the Vikings no more, this is our opportunity to get some get back, especially our defense, because Donald had a day against us last year with the Vikings. So JSN at the wide receiver spot, he's having one of those years right now. They believed in him and it paid off. They got rid of DK Metcalf, the Ohio State, you know, wide receiver. I think he got like over 1,300 yards already. He's already over 1,000 for the year. So it's gonna be one of those games, man. Seattle's a talented team, but it goes back to what Don said earlier. If y'all look at the schedule, every single game we've been in, so no team scares me. Like when I look at every team we played, the Colts in Germany, went to New England and played down wire to wire. There's no game on the schedule that the Falcons can't win. We can beat any team, we just inconsistent. So go into this game with the game plan of being the more physical team, run the football, protect Kirk Cousins, do everything you can because he's not mobile, and that's why I said that Seattle defense is going to be rough. So everything got to be quick game. Get the ball out of Kirk's hands, get it into your playmakers' hands. This should be another heavy game. Bijan and Tyler Algier. Last week, Bijan over 200 yards in yards from scrimmage. Get him the ball in space. Get Tyler Algier the ball. And you really gonna have this gonna be a defensive minded game. So that's what I said. Whoever wins the trenches is gonna win this football game. Don't turn it over. Special teams. If you trying to field a punt, do not catch the ball if you within your own 10-yard line. Jamal Agnew or whoever you got back there. Just do the simple stuff, man. It's like we shooting ourselves in the foot. So that's what it's gonna come down to in this game. If you're on special teams and we kicking off, kick the ball through the end zone every time, Bradley Penn. I don't want to even see them get a return because at this point, clearly we don't know how to stay in our lanes when guys are returning kickoffs. Just kick it through the end zone. I'm confident enough in this defense to put every offense on the 35 and just play defense from there. Because every time it seems like over the last couple of weeks, we've tried to just do a regular kickoff, they've returned it past the 50 or got close to returning it past the 50. So when you know your weaknesses, common sense will tell you don't lean towards your strengths. If you know that that's a problem right now, hey, look, just try to avoid it at all costs. Avoid it like the Black Plague. So at this point, like I said, the more physical team, the team that doesn't make the dumb mistakes, because over these last games, we've been making dumb mistakes. We're beating ourselves. If we come in this game and you do any of those dumb things that we've done in the last couple games, you're gonna lose this game because Seattle's not one of those teams that beat themselves. That's why they got a winning record, and that's why we have a losing record because of the mistakes that we've made consistently putting ourselves behind the 8 ball.
Yeah. Essentially, for those that's watching, if you want me to translate what you just said, keep it simple, stupid. Well, what's the catchphrase you said you gonna have on the hoodie to send the Bobby Branch juice?
Do what works. And I forgot to add, since I went on my long tangent, K-Styles.
Go ahead.
Receivers, catch the ball, please. Goodness gracious. I don't know how many drops we're going to see this year of guys dropping the football. Catch the ball. If you get the opportunity to catch it, I don't know if y'all watch Falcons Audible. Go check it out. It's every Tuesday. Just a quick plug on AtlantaFalcons.com. Dave Archer talked about it. We're losing the moments. He's been saying it every week, and I've been saying the same thing. You had opportunities in the last game, and you dropped the ball. Catch the ball. If it hits you in the hands, hits you in the chest, catch it.
Exactly. What happened to my hands? What you got on there, Mike? What you got? What you got on this matchup?
Do I look like I got something on it?
Yeah, just say something about it. Just say something, even if it's brief. You got to entertain the people, Mike. Even if it's just one word.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's hard not to lie. Or for me, the only hope that you have is just handing the ball off to Bijan Robinson. And 9 times out of 10, they don't want to do that. They don't want to give Bijan the ball. You can tell they don't. You can tell that these guys want other people to be the stars. They don't want Bijan to be the star of this team. How do I know that? Because he's not handing the ball. You haven't handed the ball off to him 40 times, not one time this year. Why? He's Bijan fucking Robinson. We shouldn't even be subbing him out. Every time we win, chances are he done got the ball 25 times. We done ran the ball a couple of times. About 3 or 4 hour opportunities. About 3 or 4 hour wins out of this season has come by way of Bijan Robinson and the running game having damn near 200 yards rushing. It ain't. This is why I don't want to talk about it. It is not rocket science. Give it to your best player. What is so freaking hard about looking at Jerry Rice and say, that's Jerry freaking Rice? What is so hard about looking at Shaquille O'Neal and say, yeah, I don't want to give that big dude the ball? Huh? It's Shaquille O'Neal. He accidentally elbows guys in the head because he's so big and like the dude was just a monster. And you're saying to yourself, every game, I don't want to hand Bijan the ball out to win. I don't give a damn if he gets thrown. I don't care if he get 10 rushes for 2 yards every play in the first half. He's Bijan Robinson. Why are we stopping? Picture saying O.J. Simpson. OJ, we're not going to give you the ball. Picture saying Jim Brown said, "No, Jim, we're not gonna give you the ball in the second half. You had enough. We had enough of you." Picture saying Marshawn Lynch, "Nah, we're not gonna give you the ball no more." Picture that. And you telling me what? You got Bijan Robinson. It's Bijan. The dude had almost 200 yards by himself, and we up here talking about consistency. That is it. This is why it's so insufferable listening to this dude talk. 1 week you talking about Tyler Algier is one of the most. Shout out to
Uncle Lou in the building.
Like this is Tyler Algier. You said he was an underrated guy, but you don't even give him the ball. Like Michael Penix had to go on the injured reserve list for them to hand the ball off to Tyler Algier and get a ball to Kyle Pitts on drag routes. You got to do that first. For them to call plays the way they should be calling it. Like, what are we talking about? So it's simple. Hand the ball out. K-Style, what do you always say? What's the key to victory for this Atlanta Falcons?
Run the damn ball.
We win games. We win a lot of games when we run the damn ball. It's not a secret.
Oh,
That's why it's frustrating. It's like, bro, it's like in high school, you know, you got a freak athlete at quarterback, and this dude just, like I said, he got Michael Vick tendency. Nah, we're gonna hand it off to the fullback. We're gonna call a tight end screen to Charlie Warner.
it is very interesting because the week before last, you had about 3 or 4 play calls for Charlie Warner. This past week, you got 0. I found that to be oddly strange.
It is. Like people like I said, it's not even the fact that it's frustrating. It's like, bro, like I know you're not trying to sell me this nonsense about practice. I don't hear nothing about practice when you get in the game and you don't run nothing. You don't even give people the ball consistently. What are you talking about practice?
Hold on, wait a minute. Nah, I missed this part of this conversation.
He pretty much put it out that how guys are chosen to be in the game is because how they practice. And then you remember things like Bijan Robinson saying, "Yeah, we didn't practice this in practice, but we ran some plays that we did not practice." You ran plays that you didn't run in practice, but you telling us in the same breath that you choose players by way of their practice. And stuff like this that would make you like, bro, just shut up, man. Just shut up, Kate. Just say you don't look. We're still going through the motions. I would much rather him say that than say up here talking about he chooses players about give guys game time by way of practice. No. David Seals can play practice well all he wants to, but he's still David Seals. He sucks. I don't care about what he do at practice. He sucks. You can't make somebody good, okay? If he ain't good. You can't force Shaquille O'Neal to hit free throws, no matter how many free throws that he hit in practice. He's still Shaquille O'Neal. He still can't hit free throws. So it's stuff like this. You be looking at him like, bro, like he practiced well in practice, but when he in the game, he ain't even touching the ball. Stuff like this that'd be like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying?
Oh man. All right, Don. Go ahead. Lay it on out there.
Man, look, man. At this point with the game Sunday, just give each other the ball. Now I'm sick and tired of them trying to experiment with this offense. Like
Yes.
you don't have. So let's put things in perspective, okay? You don't have your playmaker receiver in Drake London. All right, you don't have him. So you have Kirk Cousins, who we know is very inconsistent at most times. So it's like, what are we doing, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what are we trying to accomplish right now? I don't know. I'm just lost and just confused as a fan.
Cause yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was going to reiterate with it. Like you said, at this point in time, it just goes back to what we just talked about earlier in the conversation. Just go back to the basics. All this,
That's
all
pretty
this,
much it.
all this other shit. Like you said, with the struggles, and like you said, with you being a coach, Don, and like you being a coach as well. The main thing y'all always say, once you start struggling, you go back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And and while we sitting here having these inconsistencies, instead of going back to the basics, we're trying to double down on the advanced shit. And it's like, no. But go ahead, Don. Go ahead, finish it off,
No,
man.
that's all. That's all I gotta say, man. It's just again, man. We're just so inconsistent, and like it just they're gonna find they find new ways to lose every week. And I'm
Mm.
like, in my years of being a fan of the game, being a player, a student of the game, and being a coach of the game, it's like I ain't never seen this shit before. Like dead ass. It's crazy to me.
Oh wow.
I should have thought. I should have saw this coming when I saw this in the offseason. They did not bring in no new wide receivers at all. Like you are offensive, you are a quarterback, and you didn't bring in no receivers. Just think about that. We brought in a lot of guys that was already here, and we drafted a guy in Nick Nash, but he's not even playing. So that should have been that right there should have been a huge warning sign, red flag right there. Like you tell me that you got a new quarterback that's going to be your new starter, and you brought back the exact same wide receivers, and the wide receivers that you brought in, and we thinking was going to do something or get some playing time. None of these guys are even on the field. None of them. Like they didn't bring in not one veteran guy. The veteran guy that they brought in, he was in training camp, and they as soon as the season started, he was gone.
I know you ain't talking about DJ Shark, right?
Yeah, like he as it hit week 1, he was gone. And it seemed
Mm.
like a week after that, Ray was gone.
Then you fire Ike Hiller.
So it's like those. That's a red flag when you see offensive coordinators don't bring in new weapons. I've never seen an offensive coordinator that never brought in new weapons. Think about that, y'all. So it's things like that. It's like I'm keys to victory. I think it's simple. It's not even that difficult for the Falcons because when we run the ball, we play well. Like the offense get off to a good start. That's the key. Bijan is the star. Give him the start. Give it the ball to the star.
Mm.
KJ Osborne, then you brought him in, he ain't playing. Like, what are you like? What like, bro? Huh? Ain't nobody seen no Devin Thompson, whatever the heck his name is. Like, bro, like he. You said that this guy was supposed to be a guy that he worked with and Kirk Cousins, but have we seen him? Have we heard anything about him? Nope.
Mm.
Yeah.
So pretty much we could skip the players to watch it here because
No.
eventually, yeah, because because pretty
I mean,
because pretty much everybody just like you got to feed Tyler, Bijan, and Tyler at this point.
Yeah, because I don't. Because like
So
Jew and I was talking about, like Kirk Cousins' arm is shot, y'all. He gonna have spurts where he have a good throw. His arm is dead, bro. Like he put everything, all he had into that throw with Mooney. Like anytime you see a quarterback dip his shoulder and throw, that's he putting everything into it. So like you can't say that the Falcons can pass because they can like all teams are doing now with Kirk Cousins, they just blitzing. He's just standing there, and that's why Drew brought us like, hey man, we just need to see what Easton stick because that dude is a statue at this point.
We might as well put Easton out there, give him an opportunity because, like you said, man, at this point with the offense, it's like Kirk Cousins just need to be out there to be a game manager if all else fails. Like you said, just
pretty much
turn
it.
around and hand the ball to Bijan. When Bijan touch it, when Tyler touch it, good things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from the 5 step drops because he can't move. Like I said, everything got to be quick game. If y'all notice, majority of the big plays that we make is all play action. And why is that? Because Bijan Robinson draws that
Yeah.
attention, sucks everybody in, and then okay, now it's lanes to throw. But when we just drop back the pass, it does not look good. Look at the plays when we go 4 wide and there's no threat in the backfield. It doesn't usually look good because for one, Kirk can't move. Her arm, as he said, is shot at this point. He can't really make all the throws, the necessary throws that he needs to make. And then we don't have the receivers, like y'all said, that can get open consistently without Drake London. So everything got to be predicated off the running game, period,
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Unless you're going to put Easton Stick out there who can actually move a little bit and can also be a threat, because at this point, it's easy defending the Falcons when Kirk Cousins is back there trying to throw the ball. Just the mere fact that he can't move. So teams are not afraid to blitz. At least with Penix, if you blitz him, you take that opportunity of if somebody get out they rush lane, he can take off and run and get you 15 yards. Kirk Cousins is not running nowhere. So if they zero blitz, unless he get the ball out, he's in trouble.
Ain't going
I,
nowhere, man.
Drew, absolutely dang right about that. Everything you just said about Kirk.
so so I kind of have a question to go along with this show. Is do you believe that we are seeing the final days of this regime? Because I'm looking at a lot of these decisions, the decisions that's being made. I'm looking at the results not being there and the lack of adjustment to fix a lot of stuff. That's why I asked the question. It's a lot of the people in this regime are feeling the pressure or are feeling it to the point where we may be seeing the last days.
Look, man, I'm just gonna say this. It's sad that I know that the son is 20 galactic years old, but I don't know when the hell they gonna pack Raheem Morris up out of Atlanta. We don't know. It's look, they shot the hell out of me after 2019. I really thought after 2019 they were gonna fire Dan Quinn. Nope, they did not. They didn't do it. They let the man another year. We signed all these guys, brought in Todd Gurley. Everybody that was excited thinking that we was gonna run the South again. 0-5 dude got fired. Waste of a season. So again, man, like it just depends on how we finish this season. I'm just gonna be honest with you on it. I think if he wins 6 games, he may have a good chance of staying. Anything under 6 games, there's a very well chance that he may end up not being here next season.
Well,
I
I don't
want
at all.
I don't want to get my hope, and I don't want to get my hopes up either. So I want the man gone. But we all know we've seen this episode before. We've seen
As
this show
long
before.
as that look, as long as that bald head bastard is with the Falcons, his chances of staying with the Falcons are always gonna be in the plus. Okay? Let's keep that real. Rich McKay, as long as he's here, he's gonna stay. That's his boy. That's it. That's his boy. Rich McKay is only hanging around in the NFL because of his daddy. Rich McKay ain't good at nothing besides getting licenses to big stadiums. That's what he is. He's a lawyer. He ain't never been great at football.
Yeah, he went to school. He went to law school at USC. That's the same school his dad was the head coach at back in the 70s, I believe. Back in the 60s and 70s.
Yes. So he's not good at anything football wise. But we know why Raheem is here. So let's not pretend like it's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna be fired. As long as his boy is here, Raheem is safe, and he know it. Until Mr. Blank say, "All right, we've had enough of this losing." Now I keep hearing people talking about, "Well, Arthur Blank is not gonna pay 3 coaches at the same time." He is a goddamn billionaire. He probably paying about 4 or 5 different houses in 4 or 5 different states. You think him paying 3 coaches is a big problem for him?
Dude got 3 or 4 baby mamas. Come on now.
The man, this man just bought another team, and y'all up here talking, man, Mr. Blank ain't gonna play 3 coaches. That man don't care about paying on 3 coaches. Y'all be the stuff that come out of y'all. This man is a billionaire several times, maybe 100 times over. I don't know exactly the number, but he's a bit. That man don't care about giving no one person no $5 million extra. Like that man just bought a whole stadium for $800 million. He put 800 his damn self. Like, bro, what are y'all talking about?
Really, he added another 20 million when the price inflated. Cause remember when they was building the stadium, the price inflated, and he added another 20 million. So you really spent 100 million. But honestly, part of that stuff too is from loans and how well the stadium can bring in events. And we can all sit up here and say, brought in the Super Bowl, brought in 2 national championship games, brought in 1 Final Four. The FIFA World Cup. By the time the FIFA World Cup come, the stadium already paid off.
Hey, it's already paid off, y'all.
It's already paid off. When we get that money from the World Cup, I promise you, it's gonna be some upgrades going to that stadium because the stadium is getting 10 years old now. Believe it or not, it's going on 10 years in 2 years from now. So
I'll say this when it comes to this coaching regime, it depends on how this season ends. That's what Don said and what Mike said. If they're able to put together a couple of wins, I think that he'll be kept around. But I still think that they need to make some tweaks to the coaching staff, whether they're still here or not. I really feel like the biggest issue that I have with Coach Raheem Morris, which there's a lot of issues, but my main issue with Raheem Morris and his coaching staff, they to me don't know they don't have an eye for talent. Well, that's crazy to me because I think that they have good scouts, but I'm like, where are the scouts like, and where are the people in this coaching staff that say this player needs to play? Chris Blair, like he's talking about we watching these guys at practice, but like evidently you're not because I talked about it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I said I can watch the game in live, like right there on the spot, not even looking at an all 22, just watching the TV copy and I can see what players need to be playing. We knew from the first game that Diablo went out, Bertrand was getting picked on. I don't know why it took us 5 games to finally say, oh, yeah, let's put Ronnie Harrison in and get him some more snaps. Every time he got in the game, he's a heat seeking missile. He making plays around the football. That Colts game, he was all around the football. So I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, my biggest issue is what did Raheem Moore say last year? He said, we took too long to make adjustments. But I'm seeing the same exact thing happening again this year. So that's my issue with this coaching staff. It's like he needs to bring somebody on this staff, more guys on this staff that can tell him to be his right hand man that can give him good advice. This player needs to play. You watch Chris Blair play all training camp, all on preseason games. He ain't been activated not one time. And he was the best wide receiver we had in those preseason games. That don't make common sense. So that's my problem. It's the common sense stuff that bothers me. When I see like there's a player struggling, we just let that player drown. Instead of saying, okay, let's try something different. Let's pull this player out. We just leave him out there. The same thing with Jamal Agnew. To be honest, for the stuff that he did in that last game, I would
Yep.
bench him. I would bench him. But the stuff that he did in that last game is unacceptable. I don't want to hear no excuses. You talking about you benched Cordell Hodge, who was a Pro Bowl on special teams last year. Make that make sense.
Dude, oh my God, that
You
drove me so.
benched him, but Jamal Agnew, all I heard was good things about him. And I'm not trying to speak negative towards the man. I have no ill will. I'm just speaking facts. What he did in that last game was unacceptable. Those
That's what was
the
beast.
fumble he had, that's a bench. That's a reason to get benched. I'm sorry. That's just why I sit with it. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel about it. So that's my problem with this team and this coaching staff is just they do boneheaded stuff that us playing armchair coach can look at this and say, these are rookie mistakes. This player should be playing. This guy should be like I would have benched him after he muffed that punt. And I know a lot of people think may take the confidence. No, that should feed into it. Because I don't know if you guys knew after he dropped that ball, I looked in the man's eyes. He looked
He
nervous.
was
He looked
done.
like he
Yep.
didn't want to make a mistake after that. So I'm like, protect the man from himself. Once he dropped that, I would have like, nope, benched him. I would have benched him right after that. Just like we got rid of Koo because he was missing that field goal. And I told y'all Koo was cooked. Y'all seen what he just did on Monday Night Football with the Giants? I
He
said,
was
when
done.
you see a guy, yeah, when you see a guy lose his confidence, how many times have I said you as a coach, you got to have your pulse on the team. You got to know what moves to make and when to make them. And I feel like that's our biggest issue is we don't know how to make adjustments. That's the big. If y'all want to say what's the number one problem with this coaching staff, no adjustments, no common sense when it comes to evaluating talent, knowing when to take a player out, when to insert a player in. That's the biggest issue I see with this team. The personnel. They don't know what they're doing when it comes to personnel. Why Casey Washington is not playing, I have no clue. I understand what y'all saying with we watch him in practice, but I'm saying I'm watching these games and I'm like, when Casey Washington was out there, he can separate. The only problem I had with Casey Washington was the injuries. Like he gets banged up, he got nicked a couple times, but outside of that, he really wasn't dropping a bunch of passes when he was actually playing. So that's why it looks like everything you're talking about is politics, and that bothers me. The Ray McLeod, it was no reason why he should have been cut. Now I don't know what he said behind closed doors, but based off of the talent that I'm seeing playing behind him, like when you got rid of him, you didn't bring nobody in to replace him. No reason for him to be cut. You see what I'm saying? So it's those kind of things where I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. The adjustments and the real time understanding the talent and making the proper adjustments during these games. That's the biggest issue with this team. And that's why all of these games are nip tuck. The games are nip tuck because guess what? We have talent that's being mismanaged. Every game will be nip tuck. You say, I'm a coach. I coach basketball. If you look at any teams in the NBA, NFL, When you got a lot of talent on the team, even if it's poor coaching, a lot of the times the teams are going to be in the games because guess what? They have the talent. And that's what we're seeing with the Falcons. The Falcons, talent for talent, we can go tit for tat with anybody.
For anybody.
So, but when the talent is mismanaged, that's when you see these close losses that shouldn't even be close losses. You see what I'm saying? So that's the issue.
Unfortunately, right now, Raheem Morris has the coaching style of a first-year head coach, even though he's been in the league
20 years.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was in. He got out. He came to the NFL soon. He was out of graduate school.
That's why I said his coaching style is pretty much he's pretty much trying to follow the formula of a first-time head coach.
Look, I'm gonna be real. He's just trying to be everybody's friend, and that's why he's a poor coach. He cares too much about people's feelings. When you're a leader, you can't care about everybody's feelings. You got to manage everybody's feelings, but you can't care about everybody's feelings and how everybody gonna take every move that you make. Like as a father, your kids just better do what you tell them to do. It ain't no but daddy, no but mama. No. Do what I said, do this right now as a child. Period.
Yep.
I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you like it. Daddy, why you take my iPad? Because I felt like it.
Because I'm the chosen one. That's why.
That's it. Ain't no explaining. I don't care about your feelings and how you look. That none of that matters. As a leader, you're supposed to do what you deem to be right. That's it. And whoever don't like it, just gotta get in line. Yeah, you can be vocal. Hey, why you do that to me? If I feel like explaining, I'm gonna explain it. But as a coach, like he cared too much about you can tell he cared too much. Because if he did not care about his players, there is no reason why. There is no reason why Kirk Cousins should be on this team. You care too much about Kirk. That's why he's still on this team. You can't tell me Easton Stick couldn't do the bull crap that I saw the past 3 games that Kirk done played this year. He has not looked great. And you telling me Easton Stick can't do that?
And I saw him in live and living color at the game. Dude was trash. Bro. But we walked. But folks were leaving the game in the middle of the third quarter.
Now we got a home game against a Seattle team that's
Seattle gonna put by 90 points on us, man.
Look, they fighting for a playoff spot. the NFC West right now, bud. Like they ain't finna come in here and lay down
no.
Defensively, I think we can play with anybody. Defensively, but our offense, man, look, we need Jesus for that offense.
Mike McDonald defense, man. I'm telling you, man. Kirk gonna be running. Kirk is gonna be in for a long game.
And you tell because this is the, like you said, and that's the one thing about this matchup that really that I see, and this is why that wide receiver room is a big ass question. You're going to be going against a Seattle team that has 2 big physical ass corners, and if you ain't got Drake London out there, you don't have the wide receivers that can match the physicality to try to get open. Tariq Woolen is 6'4", 235 pounds. Devin Witherspoon, was he about 6 foot, 205?
Yeah, he's like one of the tallest corners in the game right now.
That's why we're gonna run the ball 50 times. Guess what? We the new Georgia Tech. We about to run the ball about 80 times. We gonna be Auburn. All we're gonna do is run the ball and play defense. That's all we're gonna do. That's all we better do in this game. Bijan about 35 carries in this game. And like Mike said, I don't care if he he get a half a yard. You run it again. I don't care. That's our problem. We get intimidated. You don't get intimidated when you run the ball and you don't get a bunch of yards. Don't mean you go away from it. That's the point. You ran the ball because you're trying to establish the line of scrimmage. I can't establish the line of scrimmage backpedaling. And if
at
I'm
all.
Jake Matthews and Lindstrom, if they do anything else, if the first couple plays in a run play, if I'm coming off the field and I'm Chris Lindstrom, I'm going straight up to the offensive coordinator and going off. Running the ball. I would tell as a leader, Chris Lindstrom, it's time for Jake Matthews and Chris Lindstrom to speak up and say, look, let us take over the game. Get behind us and we're gonna win this game. They need to speak up at this point. Forget Bijan and all and Kirk and all the offensive line need to tell them, let us win you the game. They need to do it as the leaders. Chris Lindstrom got to see on his chest. Go and Jake Matthews, them guys got to go up and they got to take the bull by the horn and say, look, man, I know you trying to get cute, but you're going to get hurt, killed back there, and you're going to make us look bad if all you want us to do is drop back 100 times. Let us do what we do best. And Chris Lindstrom, he a dog. Matthews, them boys some dogs. Bergeron, they want to get chippy. Let them guys do what they do best. Let them play to their strengths. Don't have them backpedaling because they ain't nothing aggressive about backpedaling.
So, in conclusion of this conversation, yeah, this coaching staff, y'all asses is on the line this week. So, just depending on how this team comes out and play and how this team finishes, it may not be following this game, but it damn sure is going to be a deterrent. Or if this regime, like you said, with it being Rich McKay, Raheem Morris, Terry Fontenot, Jeff Ober, all these guys, it's going to be solely determined on this game here.
They got to show some improvement. There's no improvement.
It is bad. It is bad in itself that your whole regime is going to be dictated dictated based on how you play against a 9-3 Seattle Seahawks team.
Like the only person that you can say out this whole coaching staff that got any light is Olbrich. And that even for me personally, because I have high standards for coaches. Even that's questionable. Because
Nate Ollie in there too, Mike.
He's not a leader. He's not a leader. He's not a leader among men.
When he played JD Bertrand for 3 straight games and we lost like 3 straight games because they kept going up, I said, nah, he done. I'm over him. Like, you can't do stuff like that. Like, that's not common sense stuff. Like, man, you saw that man was out there getting smoked. Okay? Barbecue chicken for 3-4 straight games, and you just kept him out there and said, no, I don't think we need to change. Huh? You a linebacker. You should know this. Come on, bro. Like I said, Olbrich lost me with that. And like we haven't even seen. You trying to tell me that Troy Anderson ain't better than that? Bro,
Troy Anderson has been on witness. He's been in witness protection here because boy, I swear.
Ain't no way you can tell me JD Bertrand better.
It ain't even the fact that you can't tell me if JD Bertrand. We haven't heard anything on Troy Anderson at all. Look at that. We don't even know if this dude is still alive.
But how many players we haven't seen? Clark, we haven't seen a lot of guys on their defense side of the ball. They still ain't gave us no update on Bryce Braylon Trice. Nothing. So these guys just have their mind made up of who they want to play. This ain't no competition. You can't tell me it's a competition when Devin Thompson, I don't even know who the hell that is. We ain't seen him in practice. Ain't nobody reported him being in practice or nothing. He just shows up and he get playing time.
Politics. Like I
It's
said, it go back
politics,
to
dude.
politics.
This ain't got nothing
Clark
about
Phillips.
him. That's it.
I seen Clark Phillips on the sideline with street clothes on. It's politics. Ain't no way. And we played somebody by the name of Keith Taylor, who I didn't know who that was. In that Germany game, I said, "Who is 32?" And y'all know, look, I know the team backwards and forward. I said,
Yeah, bro.
they done pulled a fan out the dang on stadium. Had the stands to be.
Keep that, like, bro. Where you come from? Who are you?
Like, and these type of decisions right here is why, like you said, it's a lot of the Falcon faithful are looking at Raheem Morris, or Zach Morris, as we call him, since we're going to combine both of their names together, and giving them the side eye because it's like these personnel decisions and the way that you're using these players is on some shiesty fugazi stuff.
And that's
And
why he deserves all the smoke he getting.
mm-hmm.
All of it. Y'all know I'm kind of they come, but I'm not defending it, and that's why I made my video about no excuse. Ain't no excuse for this. This is
Yeah.
called this is called straight up malpractice. What we see happening to this team, and we deserve to get laughed at. We might as well paint our face and put a red nose on because this is a clown show. It's unacceptable.
Look. Like I said, I know one thing is it'll put a lot of money in everybody's pocket. I tell you that much. This damn
That
train
ain't done.
this train wreck to put a lot of money in people's pocket because googly moogly, boy. It almost like it's like what's that? What's that football? What was that football show that used to come on ESPN? It was like a football drama that used to come on ESPN. What was it, Champions or something like that?
They had a couple of them like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what you're talking about.
We're literally the embodiment of that TV show. This is a soap opera we're living that we're seeing right now with the Falcons. This ain't nothing but one giant soap opera. How about
He
our
playing
job?
like he said, Mike. Kev, you was about to say it. Kev, go ahead and say what he said. That's exactly what we sound like. We entertainers. We out here
Exactly.
looking like we reality TV.
Talking about some goddamn, we here to entertain. No, you here to win football game. What are we talking
What the
about?
hell kind of coach say we here to end it? Man, sit. Man,
I told, bro, I keep telling you, he be reiterating that garbage that be on social media. He be reiterating the garbage.
Oh yeah, they see what we say. The players see what we say. It's a reason why B. John called us.
All right, Tony Hall, thank you. Tony Hall, thank you. It was the show Playmakers. It was only one season.
There you go, Kev. If we was a TV show, we'd be getting canceled. Ain't nobody want to see this show. We had one season, bro. If we were entertainers, we ain't doing a good job of entertaining nobody.
Jim and I said, how are you 40 and you got a YN mentality? Oh my God.
talking about entertaining us. Man, shut up, man.
That's what I said, bro. The best form of entertainment for the Falcon fans is winning football games and doing the necessary things to get the team to those wins. We're literally
talking about he trying to entertain us.
Look, that's why I'm telling you, Mike. If you pay attention and you listen closely to his press conferences, he regurgitates the stuff that people say on Twitter, that people say on Facebook. He's literally regurgitating those same talking points. It's almost like he's using the Falcon fans to build up his speeches in the press conference.
That's because he's trying to get them to like him. That's the whole point. He's just trying to get the fans. That's why he's regurgitating what they saying because he's trying to get them to like him to get on their side. That's
Well,
a
if you watching
problem.
this, Raheem Morris, watch us. Watch my channel. Everything I say, do that from now on.
From that.
If you really watch it, if you watching anything, make sure B. John touch the ball 30 times this week, okay? If you watching, because bro, I was disgusted on Sunday. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was
Yeah.
disgusted. My wife had to tell me to calm down. I was disgusted. When I
I'm
was,
right there with you, Jew. I'm right there.
I was disgusted. I was not entertained. I was ticked off. Like, bro, why am I doing this every week? Watching this every week? This foolishness. I was
Every
disgusted.
week it's the same thing.
It's one thing. It's one thing if we didn't have the necessary players. It's one thing if we didn't have the players. You literally got the players to be better than 4-8. And like I said, this ish is not entertaining. This shit it's sad.
And then you got the Panthers walking around beating the Rams last week. I wanted to throw something through the TV. What in the world? The Rams out here beating. The Rams out here losing to the Panthers. The Buccaneers out here winning. We the only team want to be losing.
And
And
guess what? Guess how Carolina won. Guess how Tampa Bay won.
Doing what we supposed to be doing.
There you go.
Doing what works.
Dude, there you go. He said Raheem Morris said Marquise Williams is doing a hell of a,
Man, look, I'm tired of it. At this point, he trolling.
He's trolling. I feel
Marquise
like
Williams, I'm gonna be right over with you. Like, dude, you've been on this team since 2021. There is no excuse. Our special team, if any unit of football should be playing phenomenal, it should be special teams. Bro, you've been here 5 years.
Man, even special teams getting worse.
The special teams wasn't this. Special teams wasn't even that bad under Arthur Smith. It's like you got with Raheem Morris, all of a sudden special teams then got cooked since
But that's
Raheem took over.
That's what they stated. That's exactly what they asked in the press conference. Like, bro, what's going on? Like, why special teams? We've never been this bad at special teams. In decades, we haven't. And now all of a sudden, we terrible.
I'll tell you how we bad. You're pulling your best players off special teams. Like a guy named Cordell Hodge that should be playing.
Hold on. Where the hell he been at?
Like, man, what are you talking about, man? He made a mistake. Man, you don't put that. He's a Pro Bowler. What the hell are you talking about? He made a mistake.
Damn, my damn special teams is special ed. That's what it is. I don't even call it special teams anymore. That's special ed right there.
Like this dude, like I said, this dude was slow, bro.
All right, man. We about sick and tired talking about this shit. Talking about it's our job to entertain the.
No hell, it ain't.
You're doing a bad job at it. Entertaining. I'm not entertained.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? No.
Well, we won one game in 2 months, boy.
One game in 2 months, and you talking about it's your job to entertain us, man? Shut up, man. I'm about to go get me some
Lord, like I said, you lose this game, you done. You lose this game, that'd be 9. You already be at 9 losses for 2 consecutive years. With a team with high expectations. Man, I'm done. I think we all done here, fellas. Yeah, nothing else to say.
Yep, I'm good.
Ain't nothing else to say, Jew.
I mean, it is what it is, man. At this point, like I said, I love this team. I'm always gonna ride for my team, but and you know, if you cut me, I'm gonna bleed black and red. But at the end of the day, it's just like it's we can't say nothing else. It's just they gotta do it. That's why I say Raheem Morris, it ain't nothing else to be said. Like I said, just be quiet. If they answer the question, just say next question. I would answer every question the same. Your job is not to entertain. Our job, they paid me to win games. Period. That would be my answer to everything. He need to adopt the what's it, Marshawn Lynch. I'm here so I don't get fined. He just need to say the same thing. So Raheem Morris, why we not? We just need to win. We just need to win. My job is to win games. My job is to win games. We need to rehearse that. I need to do what works. That's what we need to rehearse.
do what
No,
do what
I need to do
works.
what works. I need to do what works. I need to remember that B John is on the team. I'm a buy what's our boy Zach Robinson. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
him one of them big play sheets and I'm gonna have him big bold prints. Don't forget that you got B John Robinson on your team. Don't forget. Don't forget, he need that on his play sheet. When you look up, the first thing you need to see on that sheet, it ain't gonna be a play call. It's gonna be remember number 7 plays for the Falcons. So when all else fails, break the glass. When you give it a ball to 7, good stuff happens. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I got. That's all I got left to say, K. Is just do what works.
no,
Look at
no,
that
no,
play sheet and do what works.
knowing they ass, we gonna be seeing about 15 carries from Nathan Carter this week. So, so at the end of the day, man, I'm just leave y'all with a small little excerpt that I've been saying the last month. You ain't got a damn choice. But the problem is your choices is leading you to look like a complete jackass. So till next time, people, we ain't here to play.
No.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, get your ass out of here.
Well, like you said, you ain't gotta go home.
5 fresh gold chains.
Talking about some job as the entertainer. You know what? No, I'm gone.
Bruh.
I feel something about to come in, so I'm about to leave. Uh
Yeah,
uh
that's crazy. That's
uh uh.
crazy coming from the coach. Man, shut up.